The purpose of this video is to show an example of how to make the gauge swatch for Isolde's Thorn. And I have suggested a chain for your swatch of 22. You could do more if you wanted, but it just means that you're going to be making a larger piece to work with. So into the third chain, you work a back loop, or in this case it's really just into the chain, herringbone half double crochet, pull through the first loop, pull through two, and that's created the first one. That creates 2 stitches. So we've done that. Now we're going to work our way across the chain, yarn over, insert into the chain, pull the first loop through the second loop, 2 on the hook, yarn over, pull through the remaining 2. Do that again, yarn over, insert into the chain, pull up a loop, pull the first loop through the second loop, and yarn over and pull through both. And complete that right across the piece to the end. I'm working with a 4mm hook as suggested, but if you have trouble getting your gauge, you can adjust your hook up or down. And depending upon the yarn you're using as well, that could make a difference to the outcome. The pattern Sierra I'm using is quite lovely to work with. And this is of course from Crochet Australia and available in quite a few colours. And the staff at Crochet Australia are also very good at colour suggestion if you get stuck not knowing what colours to choose. Right, so I've worked my way across, we've got one more to go. To that last little one. Right, so don't forget the first one counts as 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Right, I've turned and onto row 2 of the swatch. Now for the purpose of the swatch, I suggest chaining 2, and this counts as a stitch. You'll note in the actual pattern that for the rows with the back loop, herringbone, half double crochet, I only state to chain 1, but that stitch does not count as a stitch in the pattern. This chain for the swatches in the chain 2 will count as a stitch. So the first herringbone, half double back loop, herringbone, half double crochet will go into the second stitch. So into the back loop only, yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull the first loop through the second loop, yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over into the next stitch, into the back loop only, pull up a loop, pull through 1, first loop through the second, yarn over, pull through 2. Once more, yarn over into the back loop only, pull up a loop, pull first loop through the second loop, yarn over and pull through 2. It's always wise to put a stitch marker in the first stitch of each row and the last stitch, and that way you're not going to lose track of where you're meant to put your stitches. Continue on with this. All the silly flowers. Doing the last stitch is always a little bit tricky because it's not really an actual herringbone stitch, so you just got to slot it in where you can when it's just chains. Right, so we've done that. Now we just complete the same row, so turn again and repeat, complete row 2 until you'll have at least 12 rows, and then we can measure. So we'll see you again when I've got at least 12 rows. Okay, so there's my completed swatch, and I have a nice neat 10 centimeters going that way, and I've got 21 stitches, so if I take 3 off, I've got a nice neat 10 going that way. So keep in mind I do have fairly firm short stitches, so you might need to adjust your hook to get gauge, but a little bit of difference in your gauge to mine won't be critical. Just if there's a huge difference, it may make your neck warmer be a different size, so just keep it in mind.